We are the Rolling Stolies, a full-time travel family of 7 on a mission to explore all 50 U.S. states before traveling internationally. In 2023, we left home and everything we knew for a life of adventure on the road. And before we knew it, home wasn't a place to go back to. It was a place we took with us everywhere we went. 452 days later, we're crossing off our 18th state and sharing all that we've learned from the last 15 days of vlogging every single day. Have you ever had an idea that you just decided to run with before you gave it too much thought?
That's exactly what we did when 2 weeks ago we decided that we were gonna vlog for 30 days straight after being so intimidated by the concept for so long.
And we will never be the same.
I just can't believe how much we have grown and how we've changed just in 15 days.
So we just wanted to tell you 10 things that we have learned after 15 days of vlogging.
Also, this is our vlog for today. So we picked up some wood from the store and we are going to set up for a campfire.
This is by far our kids' favorite camping activity, campfire and s'mores. The first thing we learned, starting is by far the hardest. If you can just start, you're already halfway there. When we first started, our mind was full of what ifs. What if people don't watch our content? What if it's not any good? Those excuses are what stop you from actually starting. Kind of like this fire. The hardest part is getting it started. Once it's started, it's easy to keep it going.
Sorry, Papa, I didn't try to poke you. It's okay. I would have. Yeah. There. Now where?
Our second point is definitely content over equipment, and I am definitely not the gearhead in this relationship. However, I feel like I can definitely make the point that the content is way more important than what you're filming with. We do have several professional cameras and a drone and a GoPro, and on our first few days vlogging, we used pretty much every single type of filming device that we owned, and it made editing and uploading footage so complicated. So by day 5, we were like, you know what? All the clips that we've gotten on our phone look so good. Why are we pulling out these other devices? And so we've actually completely transitioned. I can't believe that Josh finally agreed, but we've transitioned to only filming a lot of our vlogs on our phone because our iPhone footage is just that good. So if your excuse is that you don't have a good gear, or that you don't know how to handle equipment, or you can't buy the latest camera, we just removed that excuse because we're telling you that we have all the equipment and we've transitioned to just using our phone.
Number 3, consistency is key. If you can stay consistent at anything, you are going to get better over time. It's those continual reps of doing the thing that gets you to that next level. You can't throw in the towel after just 2 weeks or 3 weeks or even a month. You've got to be in it for the long haul. Success, at this at least, takes time.
Number 4 goes hand in hand with consistency is key, and it's practice, practice, practice. Practice makes perfect, and I feel like it's so incredible. On the first 2 to 3 days, we were truly scrambling to figure out our routine and what we were doing and editing and all the things. But honestly, just by day 5, we were thinking of titles and thumbnails and even figuring out transitions from one point to the next. While we were filming and editing, everything got exponentially faster after just 5 videos. So the more that you do it, the easier it becomes. I feel like it's easier for us to vlog in front of people because our neighbors are right there and I keep looking over and being like, please, we're just making a video. But it just, at this point, we're kind of unfazed. We've been in cities, Philadelphia and New York, vlogging unfazed because it's just, everything gets more comfortable. So the more you do it, the better you get. Practice, practice, practice. You have this one.
I love that one.
You want it? Here. Here you go, Bubba.
Okay, then I'm getting mine.
All right.
I'm speaking to myself on this next one. Done is better than perfect. For a really long time, I have struggled with perfectionism, and it has kept us from posting so many videos because I felt like it's just not right, it's just not good enough. Well, when you're vlogging every single day, you have a 24-hour period of time to get it done, and perfect isn't possible.
I don't want cookies.
You don't want to cook it, you just want to s'mores without cooking it? Okay.
Oliver has decided he wants a s'mores without cooking it. So he's gonna get a s'mores without cooking it.
Ollie, you ready, bud?
Oh.
Alright, who wants me to help them make
Dude,
s'mores,
that's
or do
bigger
I
than
just make my own?
your mouth. Can you even
small
bite that?
master.
Is the fire gonna go out? I don't know. The wood didn't.
The wood kind of looked like it took up.
It looked like it, but I don't know.
point number 6 is your journey is your own. I think in the age of social media, it's so easy to get caught up comparing yourself to everything that you see or hear, maybe other creators' journeys, and I think that it's so important to remember that your journey is your own, and any step forward is progress. So don't get caught up if your journey doesn't look exactly like the person that you look up to. Just remember that your story is unique to you, and your progress will look different than everybody else's.
Here, Mom.
Wait 1 second. Maybe don't stay in the smoke. It's gonna burn your eyes for real.
Another thing that we learned, I think we already knew it, but we were just reminded that no one begins as a pro. It's important to remember that your favorite creator was a beginner too at some point, and the key is to keep learning, keep improving, keep pushing yourself. Over time, you'll get there too.
Number 8 is your personality is your greatest asset, and I think
Look, it's on me poopy.
potty mouth is what we deal with 24/7 with 3 boys. Your personality is shining through right now. Your personality is your greatest asset. I think the cool thing about vlogging is that when you have a scripted video, it is a lot easier to not let it come through, but when you're vlogging and there is no script and you're just documenting, I think it's a lot easier to show your personality. I was like, just
I literally thought.
okay, it's just he's just emptying out the
We
water.
just
It's
hired
okay.
a comedian.
I think with vlogging, not just for ourselves but for our kids, it's been very easy for us to let our personalities shine, and I feel like we weren't that comfortable with that before, and now it's like our personality is what you're gonna get. Oh shoot.
I feel like the smoke changed direction and then right in the middle of that.
And no, we did not plan that random little move there.
So we have learned that you have to be able to adapt and pivot.
Pivot! Pivot!
And this has just happened this past week, we were planning on going on a trip and then we lost her
The
keys.
key, weather was raining.
Weather
we have
was
5
raining.
kids.
Yeah.
We ended up in Jersey City instead of New York. It happens.
Yeah, it was, there have been multiple times on our vlogging journey of vlogging every single day where we had a plan going into the day of what we were going to do, and we had to pivot and do something different. And so being able to be flexible and being able to have a plan but hold loosely to that plan and be able to shift when things happen is super important.
All right, move again. Last but not least,
Enjoy the process.
we have learned to be flexible, and we've learned to find joy, I feel like, in every step of the process, from planning what we're doing for our vlog
Yeah,
to,
the execution.
yeah, to like, what are we doing as our intro? What is our thumbnail gonna be? What are we doing from transitions and helping each other? And I feel like we've like enjoyed this, even though it's been late nights and a lot of editing in order to do 30 vlogs.
Yeah.
I'm saying the sense of accomplishment that we've experienced and like how much pride we've had in just the fact that we're doing this, even if there's no views, even if nobody watches it, because we are creating something that matters to us.
Yeah.
And it's our family memories. And so every video that I finished, I'm like, oh my word, that is one more episode of our family adventures, of our memories. I think about how not only does it matter now, but in the future, because I know that 10 years from now, that video that right now I'm like, is it good enough, is gonna be worth gold to me.
Yeah. Two things that we had talked about this week that I'm kind of like living by right now is, what would my 10-year older self look back on and be like, I'm so glad that you did that. And right now, this 30 days of vlogging is 100% something that I'm gonna look back on and be like, I am so glad we did that, for the memories that we've captured, things that we wouldn't normally get on camera, the voices of our kids that wouldn't make an Instagram reel or whatever that we're capturing now, just make this so valuable to us. And I think at the end of the day, if you are going to do something consistently and be successful at it, it has to have value and meaning to you.
I've been just reflecting how like I wish we had done this sooner, and like better now than never, obviously, but I wish that we had done this a year or a year and a half ago before we left.
For sure.
It felt so daunting, and now that we're in it, we're like, we could have done this. Like, it's not that bad. And the best part of it is that for a long time making these memory videos, these travel vlogs felt so daunting, and now I have this huge weight lifted for all the vlogs that we haven't edited from our last 15
They're gonna
states
get done.
of travel. I'm like, there's no way that we're not, like, we've edited videos for 30 days in a row. I can definitely go back and edit these travel vlogs that I've been dying to do. So that's what I meant by, like, this has changed our life. Like, even if this doesn't blow up our channel, even if we don't see success immediately, I feel like doing the vlogs for just 15 days has shifted our perspective, our
Entirely.
everything. So anyway, look at this beautiful sunset behind us. We're gonna finish our s'mores, and we're gonna call it a night, and we will see you tomorrow when we figure out what we're vlogging about.